What's going on, beautiful people? Happy, what's today? Thursday. Thursday, the last day of September, I believe. Wow. You guys have made it. Congratulations. So look, today is going to be amazing. We have a conversation with the amazing singer-songwriter Vedo. Most of you guys are familiar with him from The Voice, but I've been knowing this man for a very long time. So definitely excited to have this conversation with him today. Vedo, let's go ahead and bring you in, my brother.
Yo,
My brother, what's going on, man?
what's happening, family? How you doing?
I am great. How are you?
I'm blessed, brother. I'm blessed, man. Getting ready to fly out to Arizona. I got a show tonight.
Oh, okay. Man, been busy. So it's been
Yeah,
about, what, a week, right?
yeah,
Since you
about a week. Yeah,
released.
it's going
So
crazy.
how's it been? How's the reception been? How do you feel about 1320?
Oh man, I feel good. I feel like this is definitely a step above my last album. As far as just conceptually, songwriting wise, artwork, the thought that went into it, the title, everything. Feels great, man. I've literally gotten nothing but good feedback from it. So it's like, I guess I got the job done. I guess I got the job done. But the feedback has been, to say the least, amazing. Everybody loves it.
Okay. Now, when it comes to like people in their artistry, they always find that one piece of work kind of stands out above the
Right.
rest. So is 1320 that like masterpiece in your mind for you?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's one of those albums where you can honestly say R&B is still alive. You know what I'm saying? Like some of my other albums are dope, super R&B for sure. But I feel like this one was like true R&B. Like I said before, man, like the passion and the love and just everything is back. I feel good, and especially I got to give that credit. Big thanks to my daughter Kaden for instilling that unconditional love back in my life.
Man, so I mean, fatherhood, how has that been?
Oh man, I tell you what, I'm tired right now because she didn't want to go to sleep last night. Nah, but I mean, fatherhood is amazing, man. Being in this industry, man, you could forget. You can be running so much, you forget to spend time with people, and you forget to call a person and say, hey, how you doing? And then when you look up, it's too late. Um, you look up, it's too late. Somebody said they can't see me. The lights, but I can't turn the light on. Can you see me? What about now? No,
Yeah,
good.
can you guys see him? I can see you.
All
Can you
right, man.
guys see him?
But no, man, fatherhood has taught me patience. It has taught me to plan more instead of just being a spur of the moment type guy. Because that's
Yeah,
that's been my whole life. Everything. It taught me patience. It taught me unconditional love. It taught me to be understanding and just you know it just taught me just to be a better person. During the pandemic, I had the time. I was fortunate enough to have the time to get to know her, get to know
yeah.
Kaden, her do's and don'ts and her wants. And when she says, this means that, so big ups to the pandemic for that, because if it wasn't for the pandemic, it probably would have took me a little longer to actually learn her.
Yeah.
Because I'd have been on the move
So
so much.
this fatherhood process, did anything change in like your writing style or your artistry
Mm.
like after becoming a father?
Oh yeah, I think that I still do my thing. I still cuss in my songs. I still say nigga. I do this, that, and the third.
Mm,
But I try. Well, I've tried before, but even more so now. Try to always respect the woman and try to, you know, um, love on them and respect them, because when she gets older, she's going to hear these songs, and it's like you don't want your daughter to hear you talking crazy about a woman, calling her all out her name and this, that, and the third. Because that's not okay. And I want to be able to set that example for her. So yes, I'm very mindful of what I say in my songs, as far as when it's pertaining to women or anybody in general. Very mindful of that, because kids are sponges, and I think that changed for me the most. But for the most part, everything else is pretty much the same. I take my time now. But other than that,
okay.
yeah,
Okay. Now, for the people out there who are unfamiliar with the significance of the 1320, if
yeah.
you could go ahead and tell us a little bit about that.
Oh man, 13. Well, the number 13 represents 2013, which was a really dark time in my life. Many of my fans, if they follow me that long, they know in 2013 I was on The Voice. Team Usher, and I also lost my mom to lung cancer, and that was a really, really dark time in my life. I mean, I didn't care about anything at that point. When I lost my mom, it was like everybody can go. I don't care who go. You know what I'm saying? Like it was really like it was a tough time. Like I didn't, I found myself mistreating people that didn't needed to be mistreated. Um, and I found myself, no, literally, like it really got bad. Like even when it came to females, like you know, lying to them and everything, like literally. I
Yeah.
mean, but I didn't care. It was like I don't care. I'm hurt, so y'all gonna be hurt. You know what I'm saying? And that was a really dark time in my life. But it took me 7 years to kind of come up out of that pit, that black hole of
Mm-hmm.
just not caring what happens at any moment. I'm like, whatever. It's cool. I didn't care. But fast forward 2018, 2019, I started to like kind of like come up out of it myself. But
Mm-hmm.
God knew he had to give me one small little asset, one small little piece in my life that'll actually take me out of it all the way. And that was when I had my daughter, Kaden. When I saw her for the first time, I was like, oh my goodness, nothing else matters at this point. Literally. So nothing else don't matter still, but now it doesn't matter in a good way because now I have Kaden. Everything that I do evolves around her. Everything that I say, like the moves I make, the decisions I make, I have
Mm-hmm.
to put her first. I have to think about her first because at the end of the day, she's the one that will suffer the most if I'm a bad dad.
Mm. Wow, that's deep. Now, before your mother passed, was there any like conversation or words of wisdom that she gave you that you like held on to and still
Oh
roll
yeah.
with, years later?
Yeah, she told me not to stop doing not to stop singing and keep going, or she gonna beat my ass. I mean, that was,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
was like, I say less. I'm like, cool, but no, she really just told me, man, that love on your brothers, love on your family. Make sure you reach out to people. Make sure you talk to
Mm-hmm.
them. Tell them you love them, and just keep going. She literally told me, do not stop music. You're meant to do this. And I recently, right? I'm sorry about that. And this is new to me as well. I had I did an interview, not like actually yesterday, and it was brought to my attention that 1320 actually means that your angels or your people watching over you are proud of you, and they literally
Wow.
it was mind blowing. I didn't even know that. So my meaning of 1320 is what we all know. 13, my mom passed 2020 and Kaden. So she literally said, I looked up the number 13, the numerology 1320, and it actually meant your angels are watching over you and they are behind you 100%. They're proud of you and they're pushing you to keep going. I was like, what? Are you serious? I was like,
Wow.
get out of here. No, but that just lets you know that when your mind and your heart is in the right place, those numbers just came to my head. Like I was like, oh man, I want to name my album that. When your mind and your heart is in the right place, um, it'll all align. Everything will align for sure.
That is wild. Like, and 8 years later, you did not stop. You did not
Hmm.
give up on music. You did
Negative.
not give up on yourself. And because of that,
Yeah.
you're almost at a, what is it, double platinum with
Yeah, almost double
this song.
platinum.
So,
You got it,
how does that feel? Almost double platinum. What's going on here?
man. Listen, dog. I mean, as a songwriter, I got some platinum plaques and things like
Yeah.
that. Ain't nothing, don't nothing hit like when you go platinum or double platinum as an artist, because
Mm-hmm.
it's like you go from people, they love it, they liking what you do, but they ain't really liking you. You a
Mm-hmm.
writer, all right, cool. I like you. Yeah, write for this person. I like them better. But then it's like when yours pop up, it's like, oh, now I'm really accepted. Now y'all really rocking with the kid. You know what I'm saying? When yours go platinum or double platinum, that's how it feels. It feels like I said, it feels like you all throughout your life you playing football in elementary, playing football in middle school, playing football in high school, college, and then you get drafted first round pick in the NFL. That's how it feels. Like it's like one of the most surreal moments ever, and it's still lingering because it's like down or anything. It's just
Uh-oh. Can
oh,
you
can
hear
you hear me?
me? Kind of froze a little
Can
bit.
you hear me?
Can you? Yeah, I can hear you
Yeah, there we
now.
go.
Kind of froze for
I'm
just
on
a
the
second.
third level of my. Can you hear me?
Nope. Repeat that last part. You went out again.
No, I said I'm on the third level of the crib, and it's the Wi-Fi ain't that strong up here. I gotta fix that.
I got you. I got it. So 1320 is out. It's here. 14 songs. Got a
Yeah.
couple of collaborations. Like out of all of the entire process, which has been your favorite song to create?
Oh man. Wow, that's a tough one. I might have to say Juicy though, man, because Juicy wasn't even supposed to be my song. I actually wrote that for Ari Lennox and
Mm-hmm.
Jay White. Me and Jay White was like, yo. Well, Jay White actually was like, yo, man, this record go crazy, but I think this might be a dope one for you. I'm like, all right, cool, we can do that. But how much you gonna charge me? It's like,
Mm-hmm.
nah, you got these Grammys and this and the third. I'm not paying you no, nah, we ain't doing that. But he was like, nah, I got you. Don't trust me. And then so we like, all right, bet. I keep it for myself. And while working in the studio with Ari, hey, you gotta ask. You know what I'm saying? Only thing a person can say is no. We like, hey, yo, what you think about staying on the record? You know what I'm saying? As
Mm-hmm.
a feature on the album. And she was like, of course, I love it. I love the song. You as an artist is dope. I love the song. You got it. I would love to be a part of it. And that's literally how it happened. I was like, wow. But see, people never know, man. Like you got to be in the room. Many people like, I don't feel like doing that. I don't want to go do that. But you always get something out of it when you don't feel like going.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? When you don't feel like going, something positive always comes out of it. I tell
Yeah.
people all the time, like when I wrote Usher's "Don't Waste My Time," I was called to the studio at 1 o'clock in the morning. Mind you, I had just passed out. Me and my homies, we was drinking. So mind you, I woke up hungover. I'm like, man, now I don't feel like going. I don't feel like going. But I ended up getting up and going, and ended up having a single on Usher and LMA, which is now gold.
Wow.
So you always gotta arise to the occasion, no matter how you feeling.
See, that's a word right there. Rise to
Mm-hmm.
the occasion, no matter how
Always.
you're feeling. Now, speaking of Mr. Usher, so from The Voice till now, like how has the mentorship and the relationship developed you as an
Mm.
artist, and how's that whole thing been with you and Usher since you guys met?
Yeah, I mean, it's really just been, like a little brother, big brother relationship. It's like he's always gonna want to move. But anything I need or anything that I need some advice on, he calls. I call
Mm-hmm.
him. He answers the phone like, "Yo, what's poppin'?" Woo, woo. But as far as your question is, what has it done for me as an artist? Tremendous. Like turn around. It's like now I used to be a real hothead when people get on the internet and be talking crazy and be commenting doing all this stuff there. People, I'm like, nah. He's like, nah, we don't move like that. Nah, we can't move like that. You know what I'm saying? He'll call me. He'll see me on responding to people. He'll call me like, hey, nah, we ain't doing that. Literally in that tone. Nah, we can't do that, B. Leave that alone. When it came to, people in the industry trying to mess you over with your publishing and things like that, like, nah, we can't. Nah, I'm not, no, let's handle it the right way. You ain't gotta slap nobody. I know you mad. You know what I'm saying? I know you mad. You ain't gotta slap nobody, man. Always be mindful of your surroundings and always know
Mm-hmm.
who you got in your circle. You know what I'm saying? Here you go. This guy here, right? One of my homies just hopped in the live. Hello. But anyway, yeah, I mean, he's just been like a breath of fresh air when it came to how to navigate through the industry, and you can't ask for more. If he even on the show, like I used to really be in my head a lot, even when I sang, when I performed. One of his
Mm-hmm.
one of his one of his pieces of advice was you got to trust yourself at all time. If you don't trust yourself, the fans won't believe it. You won't execute it. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. So now I just trust myself. Whatever I feel like singing about, I just sing about it. Whatever, however that note come out, that's how the note gonna come out. It is what
Right.
it is. you know?
So the Vedo I met 11
Yeah.
years
It was like 11 years,
ago.
about 10, 11 years
11.
ago.
So
Yeah.
the Vedo then versus the Vedo now. What are the differences? What are the
Oh,
similarities?
well, yeah, as you guess, it's definitely a big difference, but it goes back to when I was saying like I used to like I used to hurt people, like not deliberately hurt people, but because I was hurting, even then, I was like, I didn't care if I messed over somebody's feelings. I didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the Vedo today. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Now I think about everything before I do it. I think about every move I make. I think about people's feelings and things like that. Like I said, I'm much more patient. Like I said, I'm not a hothead no more. You know what I'm saying? I try
Mm-hmm.
not to be. But I was, like my manager called me a little scrappy dude. But I mean, it's just everything has
Happy
changed, man.
do.
Like just the style of writing.
Mm.
The approach that I have when even recording songs. I used to go in the studio and just being there for hours not doing anything. Now it's like for me, it's still something I love, but I don't go into the studio and just sit there to waste time. If I'm in the studio, something is getting created. I don't, you know what I'm saying? People call you to these sessions and be in there smoking and doing all this, that, and the third. I'm like, look, we got to get this started because y'all got about 2 hours with me and I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? So those are some of the differences from that Vedo and this Vedo.
Okay. So when people call you into the studio, they call Vedo, but they get
Yeah.
Penn Franklin.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
So,
yeah,
so
yeah.
tell the world about the amazing Penn Franklin.
Nah, man. Penn Franklin is my alter ego when it comes to writing songs. Like Penn Franklin is the guy when I walk in the studio. This is the guy who puts myself in the shoes of whoever I'm writing for.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a specific person, I got to put myself in the shoes. Like people don't even understand. But I literally go, say for example, we got a session with her. Before I get to the session, I'm going to research some stuff, like not just her music, just where she come from, her background, who she is, like how old is she, everything. Because it's like um, you really have to become a part of them to actually to make the song for them.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you go in there. Sometimes I go in sessions, and the whole goal is just to write a dope song. And those are sessions that when the artist isn't there, you just go in there and make a record. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you get. You get the whole thing. Trust me. When I meet you, I'm gonna know about you. I'm gonna know who you are.
So who's the most exciting person that who is in your top three that you've had the opportunity to write for?
Ah man, definitely gotta say Chris. Chris Brown, definitely. We partied a lot, drunk a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We partied a lot. I mean, it's crazy, man. Like I remember waking up on a bean bag at like 8 o'clock in the morning, just waking up at the crib like, what am I? That's how fun it is. um, I would say Usher as well because I actually vocal produced my mentor, like
Mm-hmm.
on that song. I was able like he was like, nah, how do you sing it? I'm like, nah, you putting too much emphasis on that. You putting too much on it. Dial back a little bit. And what's crazy, you got Usher who is sold I don't know how many 300 million, I don't know. Um, he's like, yo, how do you sing this? What's the emotion behind this right here? I'm like, man, you really taking these notes from me? I'm like, that's crazy. But so that was really fun to be able to vocal produce my mentor.
And full circle too.
In full circle, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of fans might not know, but it's a group that I work with all the time. Their name is NCT 127, and they're a K-pop group.
Okay.
Man, when I tell you these guys are so talented, I mean, they barely can speak a lick of English, but boy, can they sing and can they dance?
Now, how did you connect with these guys?
Man, it was just by chance, man. It was a guy that I knew out of LA, man. He heard the songwriting that I was doing for myself, and he was like, "Yo,
Mm-hmm.
man, you ever thought about writing K-pop?" I'm like, "What is K-pop?" I didn't even know what K-pop was.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, "Cool, yeah, I give it a shot." He was like, "Hey, man, send me some records over." All right, cool. Send him some songs. Next thing you know, he said, "Oh, yo, man, EXO wants this record." I'm like, "Who is EXO?" I get to researching EXO. Man, these guys are huge. I'm talking about BTS level. You feel me? Like it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. So I landed my first placement over there. I landed another one. And then I start seeing that money roll in. Next thing you know, I'm
Yeah.
one of the top writers in Korea. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so Penn Franklin is international with it now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to focus on the States and
Mm-hmm.
placements here, but all that is really cool. That's good. But man, y'all better go get that K-pop money. I'm gonna tell you that right
Now,
now. I say it all the time.
have you been over there to perform yet?
Nah, but I'm definitely like a celebrity over there, a legit celebrity. Like I have to walk around with
Okay.
security. But I haven't performed over there yet, and it probably wouldn't be anytime soon with this pandemic going on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, and I have no desire to get that vaccine yet. I gotta wait. I gotta see how people start looking. If they start growing third arms, I'm like, nah. I'm
I
like,
got
hold
you.
up.
So let's talk about the business side of
Mm,
the music industry. So I'm not sure if a lot of people do or do
mm.
not know, but you're still technically an independent
Oh
artist
yeah, definitely.
who has gone on to platinum and almost double platinum and
Yeah,
sell, but you're an independent artist.
right.
What was the deciding factor for you 5 albums later, for the
Yeah.
people of you who don't know, to remain independent?
Man, the deciding factor was when I saw, well, a couple things. When I saw how these labels do these artists that are signed to them, just
Mm-hmm.
like at the end of the day, not everybody is bad. But listen, these labels, they don't care about these artists. If you ain't making them no money, they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that firsthand with some of my homies and friends that were signed to major labels. That if it didn't work the first time, they get shelved. They can't put nothing out. So their fan base dies, their artistry dies, the passion dies. Um, y'all crazy. The passion dies. And the second thing was I saw how much money these labels was making
Mm-hmm.
and how much money the artist was making. I said, whoa, hold up. You mean to tell me you made how much money and you got how much? I'm like, nah, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So that was the deciding factor, man. It was like, and I just couldn't really grasp the concept of, you know, allowing someone to own something that I created from a place that no one would really understand. It's like me writing a song for my mom, and
Mm-hmm.
this label, these people that don't know me, that don't really know me, they own it. It's
Yeah.
theirs. They can profit off of it. I just couldn't grasp that concept. I just couldn't. It's like, man, I did all this work. I put this. I cried when I made this song. You mean to tell me you own it? You own the
Mm-hmm.
masters? I'm like, nah. I'm like, I couldn't do that. So now, you know what I'm saying, we do deals to where, yeah, you can collect a little bit off of it. You know what I'm saying, for a short period of time, and then to come
Mm-hmm.
back. You know, so yeah. I mean, I just couldn't do that.
So you said something as far as all the money that they were making. I remember Master P said something, and I can't remember which interview it was,
Yeah,
but he was saying that the record company, offered him $1 million, and if
yeah,
he was getting offered $1 million, then chances are they were making at least 20 million off of
yeah.
what it was that he
Exactly. But
did.
exactly. You got to think about it, man. Like, and then it's now it's we're in the age of 360 deals. Back in the day, you only got paid off for like sales and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that, actual album sales. And then it switched to the 360 deal, which happened because labels weren't seeing the money that they invested. So what they wanted to do now is they want to get a piece of money. They want to get a piece of everything you do. If you write a book that has nothing to do with music, they get a piece of it.
Anything attached to your name, they
Anything
want.
attached to your name, you literally don't own your name. They own your name. I couldn't. I just couldn't. No, I couldn't. I couldn't grasp that concept. Like, damn, y'all really own me. Like, that serious. Like, is this slavery? In
Yeah.
some cases, it is modern day
So,
slavery.
so for any artists that may be looking to get into the industry, are there any upsides to being a part of a record label, or what
Yeah.
sort of advice would you provide them?
Well, yeah. The upside to having a major label is you have an instant huge team.
Mm-hmm.
You have the support to push you. If you blow, they're gonna be behind you. You get the big bag up front. You get all the money. You get the best videos. You get the best radio promo. You get everything. You know what I'm saying? You get that. But what are
Mm-hmm.
you sacrificing?
Yeah.
It took a little longer independently. It took a little longer. It took a little more. Had to keep knocking on doors. Yo, whoa, yo, rock with me. Yo, I ain't signed, but I'm. You know what I mean? It took a little longer to get where I am, but the ride was worth it. It's worth it. And what I would say to people that do want to sign majorly, don't go for the big bag up front, man. You know what I'm saying? Ask for something that's reasonable that you can make back, and so you start seeing money, because once that advance they give you is gone, you ain't seeing no more money until that advance is recouped. Plus, So you know, be smart about your terms. Be smart about the money. Be smart about the amount of albums you give these labels, because it's like it's up to it's up to the label's discretion to release your album. It ain't you can say, hey, I'm done with my album. All right, we'll put it out in a year.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Well,
wow.
nah, I want to release this. No. We're releasing it. No, we get 6-7 months. We got too many other artists that's out right now. Just hold on to it. We're gonna sit on it. I can't do that. I got a whole album that's done. I'm the type of artist, I'm just gonna put it out. And now I'm in trouble with the label. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? It's
see,
a lot, man. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot that you got to really think about before signing to these major labels. I tell people all the time, if you can do it independently, do it.
mm-hmm.
If you got a little paper to shoot your own videos, it's gonna that little 10,000, that little 15,000 might hurt a little bit, but hey, what happened if that song blow up though?
Yeah.
You got to bet on yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to really
Now,
bet on yourself.
as an independent artist, what are some of the major things that you felt kept you going? What are some of the things that you had on your side, team wise, resource wise, that allowed you to get to this level where
Yeah.
you are today?
Definitely my manager Ro. We've been rocking since
Shout out to Ro.
2009, 2010.
Yeah.
He's been there, man. And honestly, man, what like the fans, like people don't understand. I have fans that I've acquired like literally 15 years ago, 12, 13 years ago, man. Like, and they still message me to this day. Hey, I'm proud of you. I see you doing your thing. Keep going. And they keep the same energy that they had when they first met Vedo singing at karaoke. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's really that is really one of the things that really keep me going, man. The fans are consistent, like, and they grow. They grow with you. Like they see your whole life, where you came from, what you went through, and that's one of the things, man. And of course, God, and my mom.
So the name Vedo, where did that come from?
My dad, his street name.
Okay.
My dad he was locked up when I was born, and he told my mama, don't give him that name. My mama did it anyway. She gave me his whole name. Yeah, which I'm a third.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, when you have if you have
Oh
a
yeah,
son,
he the
is
fourth.
he gonna be the fourth?
He the fourth. That's for sure. Ain't unless we already had that conversation. Look here, I let you do your thing with the girl, but when that little boy get here, we'll record the fourth.
Yes.
And he gonna be Vedo. His name is gonna be Vedo.
See, now, even though you're from Michigan,
Mm-hmm.
I got that whole Atlanta twang in that
Yeah.
conversation. So Atlanta has clearly
Yeah. I
influenced
mean,
the
Atlanta.
hell out of you.
Man, I've been here almost 15 years, man. Like, so you got to think about it. I still got a little bit of Michigan in me when it comes to like how to move and the savviness and things like that. But man, Atlanta's infectious. Anybody that comes to Atlanta falls in love with Atlanta. I mean, it's just what it is. You gotta love Atlanta. Yeah, you might get your tires taken, you might get your window broken off. But
See, but
shit,
that's
you know
the
what I'm saying?
Atlanta now, though. That wasn't the Atlanta.
Oh no, the
14
Atlanta,
years ago.
the Atlanta back then, they were selling food stamps and all that shit. But nah, yeah, but you come not to in today's Atlanta, you might couple of things might happen to your whip, but hey, you had a good time at that day party.
Yeah,
You still
keep your
smiling,
insurance.
right?
And you had some good little pictures to
You
post on
feel me?
Instagram.
You know what I'm saying? You had some good rings. You had some motherfucking good, what is it, juicy crab. You had all that. You feel me? So listen, the tires are gone, but it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? You can replace them tires. You can't replace, you know what I'm saying? You had a good time.
So look, musically though, like the inspiration, Atlanta has been like leading music in certain ways for a very long time. So how do you feel musically and as an artist, Atlanta influenced Vedo?
Oh man, Atlanta makes you be honest. You can't cap in your songs. You cannot. Cause niggas they gonna be like, yeah, nah, he cap. I see him all the time. He cap. He ain't driving no Ferrari. Yeah, what you should be pull up in a Lambo. I ain't never said I'm pulling up in a Lambo. I ain't got no Lamborghini yet. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta just makes you be honest, man. It makes you like see, like if you're an R&B singer, don't try to be hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Don't try to be a thug. Don't try to be a gangster, because they gonna see about you. You know what I'm saying? They gonna see. And it's just like anywhere else, man. Like, and it's like, even with even meeting ladies here in Atlanta, like you can't just pull up, or you gotta have You gotta have it together when you run down on one of these these chicks from Atlanta. So
Yeah.
it forces you to like be real. And no matter in anything you do, you gotta be 100. Like, because if not, man, it could go the wrong way. And with music, I just feel like I just reel in my music. Whatever I want to sing about, that's what I'm gonna sing about. If I want to sing about sex, cool. If I want to sing about pulling up with my homie, smell like a bunch of weed, cool. That's what I'm gonna sing about. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it just forces you to be honest, man, and just keep it. You know what I mean? Keep it a bucket all the time.
Okay. Now, as far as Atlanta goes,
Mm.
um, you know, next question. When people when people use the term R&B is dead,
Mm.
how does that make you as an artist feel?
It makes me get in the studio and show them that they dead. I mean, the reason that R&B, and I said that I just said this the other day. I was talking to somebody. Said the reason that people just not listening. The reason R&B is
Yeah.
dead to people, they just not listening and searching. I think one of the big things that kind of like took the light off of actual R&B was when rappers started singing. You know, when
Mm.
rappers started singing with the auto tune, it's like people felt like, oh, he can sing too. I'm already a fan of him. I ain't got to go nowhere to find nobody that can sing.
That's an
You know,
interesting perspective.
you know what I'm saying? Like when that came about, now R&B singers had to really prove, like, nah, man, he ain't really singing. I'm
Mm.
singing. You know what I'm saying? And another thing that, you know, I feel like is the reason why people say R&B is dead is because R&B is the only genre where R&B artists don't collab. It's
Mm.
very seldom you see two R&B artists, powerhouse R&B artists, collabing, or you
Yeah.
see a powerhouse R&B artist collabing or taking a young R&B artist under their wing. You know what I'm saying? It don't happen in R&B. I don't know if it's because they don't want competition. I don't know if they don't. I don't know what it is, but it does not happen in rap. You see it in country music. You see it in gospel. You see it. They always reach back, and the next artist that's coming up, they like, hey, yo, you dope. I rock
Mm-hmm.
with you, man. You got my cosign. It don't happen today like that. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I can say Usher's one of the first ones. Like, he gets it. You know, Chris Brown is the same way. He gets it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But other R&B artists that came before, they don't. I mean, I don't know what it is. Big shouts out to Lloyd too. You know what I'm saying? For him hopping on the record, like, considered an OG in the R&B game. I didn't even know he was good on the record. I reached out. I told the team to reach out. I'm like, he
Mm-hmm.
probably ain't gonna rock with it. Ooh, whatever. Sent the verse back. I'm like, oh shit, damn. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
you see how it works? Like, all right, bet. Let me bless young homie with a hook or with a verse. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it should be about. You know what I'm saying? It should be about collabing. And I feel like if we, as R&B artists, independent and major R&B artists, if we
Mm-hmm.
start collabing and bigging up R&B artists more and more, that R&B dead shit would be gone. Nobody would say R&B is dead again.
Yeah.
Because when you
See,
join
and
forces
and
like that, you become powerful, man.
and honestly, I feel, and it's something that you said earlier, people aren't searching
Mm-hmm.
for it.
Mm-hmm.
What I have noticed, like when you listen to the radio, sometimes you kind of hear the same stuff.
Yeah.
It's who they choose to
Yep.
pick and play. But it is
And
so
it's
many powerful people out here that have released projects that are very good projects, but they're
yeah.
just not getting that mainstream success that they may once
Yeah.
have had.
And
And because of that, you
it's
don't
don't get me
know.
wrong, it's the radio too, man. Like if radio, I think that radio should, take to basically designate a day to just playing R&B artists that are not heard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Independent R&B artists. Like, just what's the worst that can happen? All right, you motherfucking play this song and they blow up. Now you the
Yeah.
reason they blew up. What's the worst that can happen? You feel what I'm saying? I think you really have to start shedding light on the underground music, the underdogs of the game, because
Mm-hmm.
if not, it's just gonna be repetitive, like you said. It's gonna be repetitive. Bam. All right, we keep hearing the same person, same person, same
Yeah.
person. And there's so many dope R&B artists out here. So many dope independent rap artists. Everything. It's so many crap, man. But ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying, checking for him. Anybody pushing him to the forefront, like, yo, I found
Mm-hmm.
this kid, man. Check him out. I really think radio should do a segment like that.
Well, so you might have to go ahead and make that happen,
Yeah, man. Hey,
businessman.
you feel me? Yeah.
So look, aside from the music, aside from flying out to do your show tonight, what else can we look forward to from Vedo?
Man, definitely can look forward to seeing me a lot more. That's one thing that I've always heard that, my team would say, people need to see you. You need to shoot more videos. You need to this, you need that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely more of that. Looking to get into some acting. I actually got a couple roles that came down, and you're reading through the scripts and things like that to see if I want to do it. So, that acting, getting into some real estate, putting my money in different places, all that good stuff. Traveling more, man. The music is here. And with that being said, we looking for some artists, you know what I'm saying, for the label, New Wave. So if you dope, send something that ain't whack, let's check it out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, me and Ro definitely finna get the ball rolling with the signing artists to New Wave too. So yeah, it's just a lot.
So real quick, as an artist who has, a label, what do you feel like you bring to not only the label but to a lot of the artists that are coming in up under you?
Well, I definitely feel like I bring authenticity to the label when it comes to true R&B and no gimmicks and things like that. I bring an artist level viewpoint, basically meaning I'm actually out here in the field. So when we start having these conversations about what the people want and what they look for, I'm in it every day. So you might want to listen to my opinions. You know what I'm saying? I bring artist level a real viewpoint, and for people coming up under me, I feel like I bring insight. Definitely a lot. I can teach about songwriting and about recording because I record myself. I mix and master all my songs.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I'm not paying nobody all that money. No,
Right.
but nah, yeah, insight, man. Just whatever mentorship. I'm 28 years old, but I still can be somebody's mentor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I definitely bring a lot to the table on that side as an artist, songwriter, and as a actual label owner.
Okay. Okay. So give the fans, the future fans, the people who may not be familiar with Vedo, I don't know who would be
Yeah.
familiar with, but give them the reason why they should go on their favorite streaming service, click follow, click download, click subscribe. Why should they do that? Why should they listen to 1320?
Man, because 1320 is like that food you've been craving. You know what I'm saying? It's like that food you've been craving. Like, man, can't wait till I get back home and get some of that, whatever it is. That's what 1320 is. If you're an R&B lover and you've been craving the 90s and the early 2000s R&B, go get that album. Go peep that. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying? If you want to be, well, how can I say this? If you want to be stimulated, sexually stimulated, ladies, without being touched, go get that album. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why you should go get that album. 1320 is everything you could imagine.
And the funny thing, as soon as you said 1320 is everything, somebody posted that very thing.
Yeah.
And so the fans are rocking with you.
Yes, sir.
So, my brother, let me say this to you. Ever since I met you, I knew there was something special.
Yeah,
now
man.
The world sees it, the world knows it, and the
Thank
world
you.
is holding on to it. Don't give that up for anything or anybody. Keep going. Next album, next movie, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you need from us, you always got it. You already know.
Listen, my dog, I appreciate you, man. Like I say, you've been rocking with the campaign for a long time. Gotta say thank you, bro. Keep rocking. And just like you say, anything you need, bro, let me know. You feel me? I'm here.
I appreciate it. So look, go ahead, man, get yourself together because I know you got a flight to catch in a couple hours.
Get up out of here. Yeah.
Go ahead and spend some time with that baby and talk to you soon.
All right, Brody, man. Appreciate you, dog.
I appreciate it. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure you guys go ahead and follow Vedo. Download, listen to his new album 1320 and all the other albums, of course, on your favorite streaming service. We appreciate you here at the Quintessential Gentleman, and until next time.